Welcome back. This is Defender Fabrication. My name's Scott, and I wanted to do a quick follow-up video to the one the other day about the Ohmic sensing retaining cap for my hypertherm plasma torch setup. I got a lot of good feedback from that, and actually got some pretty good feedback from a Mr. Jim Colt. If you don't know who Jim Colt is, you probably should if you run a hypertherm unit. My understanding is he's retired now, but he spent many years with hypertherm, and he's pretty active on Facebook and different forums, things of that nature, helping people out with their issues. And he responded to the video on YouTube respect to what I found. But I took the opportunity to ask him, talk to him about maintenance of the consumables. One thing that he mentioned was that in the cleaning of these pieces, that you should use compressed air and a dry rag. I had mentioned that I'd use some purple cleaner to clean the shield, although you can see that a new unit is much cleaner. This was in fact pretty much solid black. But what he suggested was to use a dry rag and compressed air, and to make that part of your I would say at least weekly routine, maybe daily, depending on how much you use your plasma cutter. But anyway, I wanted to let you all know that, and in addition, let you know that I bought a couple of new Ohmic sensing retaining caps. One, of course, to replace the one on the machine, and one that is for spare. I want to show you though, and I'm not sure if this is typical, but maybe you can see the difference there in that tab that touches the shield. This unit right here looks like this has been up a little bit. So let's take a look, and I'm going to use a new shield, screw this on, and let's see. Again, we've got the multimeter set to ohms so that we can detect a path for continuity. And we're going to put one probe on this ring and the other on the tip, and as you can see, we've got continuity. So let's do the same thing with the other one. Now these are just as they came out of the box. I never touched anything. Again, we're going to touch to the ring, and you can see if I touch here, we've got continuity and nothing. So we got nothing. You can see that this piece being bent up is not making contact with the shield. So I think this is an easy fix. I'm not sure. I bought two of these. One of them's this way, and the other is not. But my suggestion, and we're going to do that right here on camera, is that we take and bend that piece back down. And my thought is it's probably not a good idea to put your pliers on the insulator, but I think what we can do is go across that ring and just give her a little squeeze, and let's see if that doesn't help get us some contact. Now I'll tell you, I'm not real happy with the way that bent, to be honest with you. But let's touch this here, and let's just see. Yeah, we still don't have contact. I'm going to go across this direction, see if I can get that to bend down. Let's try it again now. Look at what that. So now we're getting contact. Well, yeah. So now we've got continuity. We've got a path. Now it's up to you as to whether you'd send something like this back or not. It's not getting a real good touch on that. Of course, you could slip a little piece of brass or something underneath there. Make sure that, of course, you'd have to do that every time. Anyway, the reason I wanted to show you this was just so you know you don't pull one out of the box and you know, not realize it. Would be a good idea that when you put all this on the machine is to go ahead and check continuity across that. One other thing I want to show you too while we're here, you know, a lot of times, you know, when you clean this stuff up, you know, you wipe this off with a rag, that tip is not going to get clean as the new one would. So one thing that I do is I use these self-adhesive sanding pads, and you know, I've got a sander that's got these. You can get these things, you know, with a Velcro backing, but I use the self-adhesive back on them. My sander's got a dust collection system, so I buy the ones with holes. You can buy these without holes. But what I'll do is I'll stick one of these on the side of the machine, and then that way, whenever you're right there cleaning this thing up, you can take your shield, and before you put everything back together, just sand the end of that and brighten that thing right up, just like that. Of course, as you can see, I didn't get one side as good as the other, so you know, you just go back a little bit and there you go. And for those of you that are obviously going to do the obvious thing that I did and say, well, you know, listen, you're just making that thing shorter, and you know, that's going to affect your tip length. Of course, if you have automatic torch height control, you know, once it initiates that arc and starts moving, it's going to adjust anyway. But let's look at, and I know I got you upside down, but the height of this piece that I've been using for a year and have cleaned this way several times. You got to realize you don't want to sand forever. You just want to remove the material that has accumulated on the tip. You don't want to keep keep sanding to remove a lot of material. But we're looking at about a 897 thousandths on the height of that. And if we look at a new one, of course, you know, I didn't measure the other one when it was brand new, but we're looking at 903 thousandths. So this new one is only 6 thousandths of an inch thicker than the one that I've been using for a year. So I can't help but think, and maybe Mr. Colt or somebody else from Hypertherm or somebody that's got more experience than me will chime in, but I can't help but think that you know, this is a good way to ensure that, you know, your ohmic tip sensing capabilities are going to have a better chance of working by cleaning that tip off. Anyway, hey, that's all I got for you today. I'm hoping this helps somebody out. If you don't mind, hit the like button. Leave a comment if you know, your experiences differ or you got something that can help somebody. And if you like what I'm doing here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.